Figured I'd show you guys here my kind of final product. I've ran my turkeys and broilers through this. I had about, I think close to 50 broilers in here and 10 or so turkeys. I had a dozen to start with, lost a few, but this was it. I constructed this out of some, I forget the name of the board exactly. I have it in my first video if you want to check it out. I think it was called Yucca board. Maybe saying that wrong, but I just framed in some little pieces of PVC, used some conduit straps, and just simply wrapped some chicken wire around here and made a lid. I did have the lights hanging off this, but it got warm and went ahead and took those out. But I did reinforce it with some wire here going down 3 separate areas there. But the conduit straps are just one screw, so I can take them loose and leave them on this board. Then reconstruct all this, and this is just a piece of 1/2-inch metal conduit. I bent this in and put a carabiner and a little bit of electric tape to keep from cutting myself, but just kind of lock it in there. And I put everything so it would rotate if that ever moved. Little fly trap. I was going to hang the water and feed from this piece of 1/2-inch. I could have definitely hung the feed, but the water was too heavy. I got a 5-gallon fount, so I didn't want to do that. But I figured I'd give you a overview of the last little portion of this I finished building. Now, all in all, I'm going to try to probably build a just actual physical, more or less, building for a brooder. This was just taking up too much space and for too long of a time in my shed here. But if you had the space and could lay a tarp down and keep your other layer hens out of here and not make a mess. But like I say, it was pretty reasonably priced. I used as cheap of materials as I could, some scrap lumber, and used wood chips as bedding. But like I say, there's an overview of how I finished out my cheap chicken brooder. I'd like to think I have less than $75 in it, minus the feeders and the big roll of chicken wire there. But all in all, it turned out pretty good, and I'll give you a little overview of the birds out in the broiler here. Well, these are the birds in the tractor here. I got it kind of mobile. It's not finished out, but I was sick of them hanging out in the shed there. I have their feeder tied to it too, so it kind of drags along with it. Got that little bit of tarp. I think I'm gonna add another one. I was gonna put a little metal up on this side here, but these wheels just kick down and raise the rig up. Just a simple little lock and give me enough clearance to